to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for June 2026 for the fire sign Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I do hope that you are doing well. As you can see, I've shuffled off camera and laid the spread. So we're doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. Just a quick note before I get into the reading. I would like to apologize. I know I've been missing for the last couple of months, just had a lot of personal issues that I've been dealing with, and really has just made it impossible for me to do the readings, but I'm hoping to be back now, so hopefully I will be able to do this reading, all of these readings and the mid-monthlies to get back into my regular routine. All right, so let's get going. So we begin in the center position. So center of your spread, you have the Six of Swords, and it's crossed by, so what could help or hinder, crossed by the Eight of Swords. And it's interesting because you do have, kind of jumping over here, but you have both of the minor arcana cards in the tarot that do represent movement and moving on. You have as your overall energy the Eight of Cups. So I thought I'd just point that out. But the Six of Swords. So swords is air energy, deals with our thoughts, right? It's the suit of communication, very cerebral energy. And that, it's helped or hindered by this Eight of Swords, which is thinking that you are stuck, right? It's this mental prison, not being able to see a way out of a situation for whatever reason. But, in actuality, the woman, she could easily remove the blindfold so she could see the situation for what it truly is, and could see a way out of it, or she could actually move and fit through the swords, right? So it looks like she's imprisoned, but there's enough room for her to get through there. So it's it's mental energy. So it's thinking that you're stuck in a situation, not being able to see your way out. But I feel that yes, it could present sort of a minor difficulty for you, but ultimately, and especially looking at the remaining cards in the spread, you are moving on this month. So you are finding your way out of this mental prison, and you're turning your back and you're heading off in a new direction. The Six of Swords, in this deck, it shows it a little bit differently, but in the traditional deck, it has, the person or this woman and her child being rowed away in this rowboat, leaving behind choppy waters, right, heading off into this new, this new direction. So heading off into calmer waters. So there's movement, right? There's change, there's movement, heading towards this new, whatever this new opportunity is, or we'll see more about potentially, where this change is coming in with the remaining cards. You have in the deep past, the Four of Wands. This is a card of, it's a card of success and completion, right? It can also represent marriage. It can represent home, buying a home, moving in together, right? It's also the 1111 card, so it's like this portal. But it's, it's a very positive energy. The Four of Swords, fours in the tarot represent stability. It does sit in the deep past. So, for many of you, you might have already experienced this. So you might have moved in with somebody else, right? There might have been a change in home. You might have bought a home, sold a home. But it can also, represent completion, with it being wands, the suit of wands itself. Obviously, you're a fire sign, so it's fire energy, but it has to do with the work that we do. It can be creative projects and endeavors. And you have more wands energy coming up. I'll show you these together because we have sort of sitting opposite each other. In the recent past, the King of Wands, and in the near future, the Six of Wands. So King of Wands, it's just you showing up, quite strongly here in your spread. Could be dealing with an older fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But, the King of Wands is great energy to have especially for starting up new projects, new jobs, right? Getting a project going, starting up a new business. He has great vision, in addition to being very dynamic, right? He's very creative. And so could be you just taking on this energy of the King of Wands as you move through the month, or it does sit in the recent past. So, you could have already experiences where you were taking on this energy to face something, coming in, and it could be again on the work front, because it's followed here in with the crowning energy of the Two of Pentacles, which is earth energies, and it has to do with the work that we do, our home, finances, family, right? So something to do with the work that you do, and needing to possibly have a vision of where you want this project to go, or how you envision this job developing or progressing. But you have in the near future the Six of Wands, which shows that you are victorious, right? This is you've gone to battle, and here you are sitting victorious. So it's whatever you have, or whatever you started here with this King of Wands energy in the recent past, you do, as you move through the month more towards, say, the midpoint of the month, you are being recognized, right? This is you really standing out. So if you've gone for the job, this is you getting the job, right? If you have sent your application in or sent your resume in, this is you coming out victorious. So it is a card of victory, of success, right? I mentioned the Two of Pentacles in the crowning position. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles shows up when you are juggling. So it could be juggling like ideas. It could be juggling actual jobs, right? With it's being more concrete. The Pentacles, earth energy. So you might have been working two places, deciding to go with one versus the other. It can have to do with juggling your finances, choosing between two different ways for you to make money as well. But I feel that, if you are choosing between two, the choice will be to go with the new, whatever this new opportunity is or the new direction is. And that's kind of echoed again here with you. You show up with this major arcana. You actually have two major arcanas here. One for you, which is Judgment, number 20. And we have number 19, the Sun, as your, what's in your environment surrounding you. Which, the Sun is the most positive card in the entire deck. So if there was any, going back to this Eight of Swords in the, the center of the spread, if there was any difficult, energy, the Sun really shines its light over the remaining cards in the spread and kind of lessens the significance or the impact of this Eight of Swords. The Judgment card, number 20, is associated with the water sign of Scorpio. The Sun is associated with the sign of Leo, so fellow fire sign. And, Judgment can be, again, it can be a judgment call, so a significant decision that needs to be made. And we have more of that coming up. I know we haven't gotten there yet, but we do see the Two of Cups as your outbound energy, so that can also represent a decision. It can be getting a call back, right? So if you have applied for a job or submitted your resume, it's getting that call back. Oh, we received your resume, please come in, or you interviewed, please come back for a second interview. Judgment can also be like a call back to maybe somewhere where you used to work, going back to a place where you used to work. But it's a judgment call as well, so a significant, oftentimes a difficult decision. But you are being called to kind of get out of the casket and head in this new direction. I know this deck doesn't show it quite like the traditional deck does, but you're being called to move forward, right? And yeah, the Sun in your environment, it's really the most positive card in the deck. It's very positive energy, good health, vitality. Again, this is reference to family here, right? And we have the Six of Swords, which I mentioned usually has the family moving away. So there could be a focus on family this month. It's healing as well. So if you have, if you've been injured, or if there's something that you've needed to heal from, we do have this healing energy of the Sun coming in as well, or vitality, good health. And we have, as you head towards the end of the month, in your hopes and fears, the Ace of Cups, followed by the outbound energy of the Two of Cups. So Ace of Cups, aces are blessings from the universe. They are yes cards as well. If you have been waiting for an answer, right, this is the yes coming in, and you are hoping for this, right? So you're hoping for this new offer. Could be, again, could be a job offer, Could be a new love offer as well, with this being cups. Cups is water energy, has to do with our feelings, emotions, relationships. For some of you, it won't resonate with everybody, but especially as we did have the child on the sun card, we have the Two of Cups, so it can represent a pregnancy, news of a pregnancy, birth of a child, whether this is your own or somebody surrounding you, a close friend or family member. But new things starting up with this Ace of Cups, and it is something. If it's not a relationship, if this is a job, it's going to be one that brings you great joy, right? It's very fulfilling. It doesn't just pay the bills. And the Two of Cups, this is the minor arcana version of the Lovers. It is that soulmate connection with another individual. So for some, could be again starting up this new relationship as you head towards the month of July. For others, it can also represent like seeing yourself in the other person, or this choice, a decision to be made as well. And if there is this decision, again, feel like you are deciding to move away, right? The Eight of Cups is your overall energy. Even though she is unsure of what lies ahead, she knows that she cannot stay put where she is, right? All of these cups, they've now spilled out. She's no longer fulfilled, satisfied by what these cups represent, and so she's heading in this new direction. So yeah, if there is, again, kind of looking back over the spread, if there's a choice to be made or an opportunity that comes in this month for you, you are definitely being guided to head in the new direction, not to stay put, right? So definitely time to move forward. Yeah, it looks like a very positive month. I was just saying how many, so you have two major arcanas, okay. But with the two movement cards here, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, definitely you are being guided to move forward. You're being shown the Six of Wands, so you're victorious. So it looks like an overall good month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of June. Bye for now.